guys wanna find me. I'm on YouTube last week. Had another bitch I wanna.
Titanic was being called the safest and unsinkable ship in the world. In 1912, when the ship set out on its maiden voyage, people believed that humans had finally gained control over the seas. Newspapers wrote that Titanic could never sink. Perhaps this was where the greatest mistake began. Titanic was not just a ship. It represented the mindset of that era: pride, blind faith in technology, and ignoring safety. More than 2,200 people were aboard the ship, including both wealthy individuals and poor passengers. Everyone believed the journey would be unforgettable, but no one imagined that it was heading toward death. During the voyage, Titanic repeatedly received iceberg warnings. Other ships sent messages saying there was ice ahead, but these warnings were not taken seriously. The captain and crew could have reduced the speed, but breaking records and arriving on time were considered more important. This overconfidence later proved to be extremely costly. On the night of April 14, 1912, Titanic was moving through the ocean at full speed. The weather was cold, and the sea was completely calm. Suddenly, the lookout spotted an iceberg, but it was already too late. An attempt was made to turn the ship, but the iceberg struck the side of the Titanic. The impact was not very strong, but the damage was deep and severe. Inside the Titanic, multiple compartments began to fill with water. The designers had believed that even if the compartments were flooded, the ship could still survive. But that night, 6 compartments filled with water. Now, Titanic's sinking was only a matter of time. The most shocking fact was that the ship had very few lifeboats. For 2,200 people, lifeboats were available for only about 1,100. This was legally allowed, but from a human perspective, it was a major act of negligence. Even the lifeboats that were available were not filled completely. Many boats left only half full. Wealthy and first-class passengers were evacuated first. Women and children were given priority, but for third-class passengers, the routes were difficult. In some places, gates were locked, and many people did not even understand the instructions. Because of this, the death rate among third-class passengers was the highest. As Titanic slowly sank into the water, many people still could not believe that the ship could actually sink. The music band continued playing until the final moments. People were praying, some were hugging their loved ones and saying goodbye. The sea was freezing cold, and falling into the water meant almost instant death. Titanic sent distress signals and fired rockets, but a nearby ship misunderstood these signals. They thought it was a celebration. Rescue arrived very late. When the ship Carpathia picked up the survivors, the sea was filled with bodies. The iceberg alone was not responsible for Titanic's sinking. It was less an accident and more a long list of bad decisions: ignoring warnings, not reducing speed, lack of lifeboats, and class differences. If even one of these things had been handled correctly, thousands of lives might have been saved. Titanic teaches us this lesson: no matter how powerful technology becomes, if humans act with arrogance and negligence, the outcome is always destruction. Titanic sank, but along with it, many secrets and many lives were buried in the depths of the ocean.